Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your snack, grab your drink of choice, and let's get rolling. Hello, everybody.
Welcome, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Got some lovely
Got our
juice.
friends going in the comments already. A new chatter.
Welcome to our chaos.
Am I not the chat?
Darling started
How
Darling?
5 minutes ago.
Look at you. I think you were over on TikTok.
Thank you, darling.
But if you were, good job. Following directions. Well done. Proud of you.
Oh, look, the DM made it into the chat.
I figured out
Aw.
the button.
And this is a wonderful time to let you know we do have a free Discord in the tree of links. And if you join there, just, give us a little message in the welcome channel. Drop a little emoji, and then you'll get access to the whole server. And if you are interested in playing some virtual D&D, we do have a server for that as well. For $3 a month, you can play some virtual D&D with some of our players here, with some of our other friends DMing as well. So that is all available to you. All right, yeah.
It's super fun.
I'm a cyborg bear. I'm having a great time. All right, are we ready to kick this off?
Let's go.
Okay. The party returned to Saltmarsh to thankfully limited fanfare. Dispersing the Death Hunters to the surrounding portals, they assessed the state of the town. Finding Kai/Trasir's house empty, Torkel's sister blissed out of her mind on literal fairy dust, and a letter from Dex indicating that part of the crew is missing, though that seems to be expected. Eventually, they made their way to the Abbey in Harrisville, with a variety of entertainingly salty remarks exchanged between the single rowboat and the cadre of flying comrades. Now, they find the Abbey being magically repaired and a rowboat that seems to belong to Francis, who they last left on the Abbey, hoping he would reform his ways. It would appear they were wrong.
Bum, bum, bum.
Find out next.
Find out now.
So, what do we remember about Haversall?
So this is this Temple Abbey was not originally to Percival, the Lich Lord, but you discovered through your first trip here, your first time adventuring with both Torkel and Kai, that he is a unique Eclipse Lord because he does not deal with the undead in the way that you are used to dealing with them. His undead or his minions are all constructs, typically and frequently made from dead things. So rather than, using necromancy magic on that big pile of bones to create a skeleton, he would use enchantment magic on that big pile of skeletons to make a skeleton golem.
So instead of being undead,
specifically,
it is
less
just a moving object, an animate object.
correct. Yes, or an animated object, perchance. And that object just frequently happened to be something that was once living.
I mean, that sounds
Torkel
pretty
loves that.
sustainable to me. Recycling.
Mhm.
Get out!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
I would be mad, but that
Torkel
was
can feel his
clever,
blood
and I
pressure
love sustainability,
rising.
So I'm gonna give it to you.
Don't give it.
See, no, I knew my wife would appreciate that one. So
I was a sustainability miner.
I know.
It was accurate. It was correct. It wasn't great, but it was correct.
I don't trust either of you.
I will let you all roll a religion or history check if you would like to have a little bit more on.
Oh,
Percival.
I probably have such a great religion score, seeing as I'm a cleric.
13.
Totally.
Let's see if the nat ones have followed me this week.
I rolled a religion check because now Mina's religious, and I got an 18.
Wait,
so-
what? What is
It's
your
because
what
you're
is
just getting secrets from your god.
what do you have from religion? Which
I have a +5.
plus
There's
5?
the nat one.
I'm a +1, and I just got a nat 1 again.
The most ironic part of this is that Atreus is the only one in the group who should know something about
No,
him.
yeah. I should
Atreus,
know.
would you like to lick the ground and see whether that helps?
Yeah, if I lick the
He needs
ground,
to fight a
can I
construct to
try
remember how
again?
that works.
Yeah.
That's what you get for making fun of your wife's parking skills. Okay? The Lord blessed her, not you.
Wow.
I feel like this was earned, in every way. Atreus knows that Percival is a Lich Lord, and that he's called the Shrouded Eclipse, and he has his own demiplane.
Well, okay. Does Atreus know what that means? Because Amelia has no clue what a demiplane is.
He
Okay.
has his own little corner of the
Uh-huh.
Shadowfell,
Okay.
where just like all the other Eclipse Lords generally kind of have their own
hmm
realm within the
So,
realm.
like
So,
a
like,
county.
instead of a planet, he has a moon.
Yes.
Is it
Right.
instead of a planet, there's a moon, or is it inside the state, there's a county?
He's the moon on the moon.
He's a moon on the moon? What about a plume of dunes on the moon?
He's a man on a mission. Definitely more of a county in the state.
Okay,
scenario.
great. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. And all Atreus knows apparently too. Yes.
Let's go in order here. So, adding to those things, Akir. You know what we spoke about before, that Percival does have necromancy abilities, but has found it very interesting, for whatever twisted sense of self he has, to animate objects and then occasionally imbue those objects with souls. He frequently, at least once that you know of, stitched back together a person and put her soul back inside of her. And this was Princess Elise that you all ended
Yep, I
last time you
remember
were
that
here. Mina, for whatever reason, your husband forgot to check his notes, and you've seen his notes because you carry his notes. Percival's religious symbol is the skull of a ram with 2 horns. No jaw on the bottom. It's just the top half. Like basically, you could almost wear it like a hat if you really wanted to. Felt so inclined. And then my 20s. Let's see. What do you two get? I will actually give you a picture. We'll dump that in the stream chat. Not bold. Paste. Knowing that he's a lich, both of you rolled history, I believe. And the stories of Percival, what he once was. He once was a doctor many, many, many years before Kai's first existence here. So as an ode to this past life, having his flesh rotten away as part of his lich transformation, he wears this mask that has been come to be known through some circles of history as a plague doctor's mask. Not because he needs to, because again, he's undead and doesn't breathe.
Because it
nor
looks
does he
cool
get
as
sick.
fuck.
But
Yeah.
yeah, basically. I found a cool picture and it became canon. So there it is.
It's like the hipsters who wear glasses, but they don't actually need them to see. Yeah.
Right. We call
It's
those
the
light
intimidation
glasses.
factor. Akira's
Right.
familiar.
Yep. And one
Probably
of Percival's
almost
Go ahead.
a plague mask anyway, right? Like Akira's beak probably looks like a plague mask.
That's offensive.
kinda got that
Is
little-
it actually a mask?
Sorry.
Has it been a mask this whole time?
He's actually got one of those tiny little like pointy beaks, and he wears this elongated
Yeah, and I
beak
don't
as
actually
a
have
cover
like
up.
bird legs. I just like pull on overalls every morning.
Oh, so you do wear pants?
My pants are my legs.
No wonder he doesn't actually want to wear pants.
No wonder we can't see him when he sleeps. He takes off his bird suit.
Just 3 gnomes in a bird suit.
One
Just a random man walking around.
Milton?
Some of those Times,
somehow came up.
or those Times Square
Yes.
big birds.
One interesting fact that you know is Percival and his pride are a big deal. So he actually carries around his phylactery on him, and it is the shape of a padlock, for better want of.
I'm trying to decide if that makes it more or less convenient. At least we know where it is.
Mhm.
So there's that.
You still have to kill the Lich
Oh, yeah.
to destroy the phylactery. You also could easily rationalize that as paranoia, as he literally trusts no one else with his phylactery but himself.
I mean, I wouldn't either, but what do I know?
Right. Haven't reached that godhood yet, have you? Just a false immortality. So yeah, here we are. We are standing at the long range of 601 feet, just so Akira can't shoot things. And the abbey is off in the distance. You see a small magical hand, which is probably pretty large. If we're being honest, you're just really far away, holding what appears to be a boulder as a magical hammer up in the rooftop area is putting it into place. And there are 2 very distinct moving armors that are slowly carrying around rocks and pieces. They've been busy because the last time you hear, this top layer was almost completely flat and it was nothing but rubble. And there are now rooms, quite a few, in the structure that is above the ground. Here is my really crappy AI rendering. You're welcome.
So, AI rendering with pictures thrown on it.
Yeah, that.
Torkel kind of just clenches his fists a little bit. And like, well, I guess we better find out exactly what Francis is up to. Do we know that whether Percival's here or not?
You do not
Okay.
know that.
I guess we should see whether it is Francis, presumably. Although, any of these anime things could attack us at any moment.
Given the
I
state
really do not like this.
Given the state of repair, it seems a fair assumption that someone, likely Francis, opened the portal we were seeking to keep closed.
I mean, not necessarily. Francis could have done this. No, you're probably right.
I'm not convinced Francis would be capable of this level, although it has been some time.
I mean, there's not like... are there... I don't know. It's... What was I talking about? No, I know what I'm looking for here with Percival and the portals and stuff.
What are the chances we could...
What does his sigil look like?
His sigil? It looks like his sigil, Mina. Come on.
What are the chances... What are the chances that Percival could be persuaded to not attack Saltmarsh? So we're gonna go with low, very, very low.
Yeah, I'm gonna say low.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, well, listen, because he's the shrouded eclipse, which I know. So, you know, he's obviously in gang with these eclipse lords. So yeah, low chances that he won't attack, but also low that he won't like hurt everybody and turn them into weird whatever bags.
Zendros is only working with the eclipses because there's something for her to gain. So what is Percival gaining by working with the eclipses? I doubt they would care about Saltmarsh.
Why are they? Well, they're all going towards Saltmarsh anyway. I don't understand. Like, they all want this. Maybe we should have thought about that way earlier. What the fuck is up Saltmarsh that they want to be?
Why are they all? I feel like.
Wait a minute.
I feel like someone has a personal vendetta against Saltmarsh for some specific reason, and the rest of them were convinced to come help. And they were going to be given things in return.
Oh,
quite possible that the space between realms is just thin here, and it's easier to make a portal.
I might also have been a target.
It's like Scotland.
It's like Scotland.
The veil is thin. It's probably raining like all the time.
Yes.
Just constantly leaking.
Either way,
just marshes everywhere.
If we have no idea what Percival will want, or why he's here other than we know that he's aligned with the eclipses, then we don't know whether we have any leverage. So, is there a point to us trying to talk to anyone here if we believe the end result is that we are going to be fighting them to close the portal?
No, absolutely not. And I think we should do less talking and more stabbing.
So, stealth our way in to get a better view and then kill.
Right, yeah. Somebody's gonna have to give me inspiration so I don't nat one this again.
I know I just made a speech about setting a good example for Kai, but I swear, if Francis has done anything half as bad as the last thing we found here, it is going to take everything in me not to just kill him on the spot.
Hey,
So,
no, wait,
just
listen.
warning.
That actually might be a really good example for Kai, because you're taking bad, evil people and destroying them. And so, what better example than that?
Of what?
No, that's not what I said. What better example than to prove what happens to the wicked? And there is still hope and time for you to repent and not be terrible.
Really had to think that one through, huh?
Yeah, Kai's just gonna storm off towards the Abbey now.
Kai, wait. We need
Rather.
to make a plan and attack stealthily for the best effect.
Yeah, Kai's options right now are stab Atreus or keep walking. So they're gonna keep walking.
Atreus, my love, when did you and I switch personalities? When did that happen?
We got married. Our personalities blended into one. I'm so sorry.
They globified.
And so
So now that
pendulum
makes me the bad
swings.
influence here.
Yeah, so now not only am I brooding, but I'm hilarious. So I'm brooding and hilarious.
No, she's funnier.
I am.
Thank you.
Bitch.
All right. Well,
Bird. Wrong animal. Bird.
what are we doing now that Kai is walking towards the evil constructs, and they are soon going to know we are here, if they don't already?
I don't know. You tell us.
Not to get technical, but this is your mission. He looks to Mina and Atreus.
Right, yeah, so we're going to sneak in. And then we're going to find the portal, right? I'm going to concentrate for a fucking hour. And you guys are going to make sure that the construct things don't fuck things up for us as we're trying to close the shit.
Alright, so, everyone gather close. I'm casting
enough,
Pass
I
Without
said.
a Trace, and we will follow Kai carefully, because they did not want to stop, and then if the constructs don't attack them, then maybe we'll be able to find the portal without a fight.
Am I within pass
Let
without
Kai
a
go
trace?
in as bait.
Oh, sorry.
Not if you already started walking.
Damn it.
Kai is the bait
That
now.
totally makes sense.
That's bait. See, that was
See what happened.
that was my plan the entire time. You thought I was being a dick, but it's worse than that. I was being horrible.
A dick.
Akira's just evaluating the situation and saying, I could try and stop Kai, but that's going to draw attention, so might as well make the best of the situation.
Now Kai is being super helpful and distracting these guys. You're welcome.
You know, remind you that Francis?
I know. So they'll strike up a conversation, and we will be able to go into. Atreus did not explain any of that at all, but you know, he's.
We're just gonna follow Kai. Kai will strike up a conversation with Francis. Francis will say one wrong thing. Akira will shoot him dead in front of Kai. Then we proceed. Great.
It was a perfect
right.
plan.
Well, yeah. You know, I was gonna say
We'll
the thing.
see if the shooting
but it's
actually
already
happens.
implied.
Akira makes lots of threats he wouldn't follow through with, so...
Or,
Do it, you won't.
for what it's worth, Saphira is just going to be in her Koano form for this, because now that we're away from the general populace, she doesn't really see a reason not to draw attention. So...
Valid. All right. And you're on KB, or is KB rolling alongside you?
I'm on KB.
Nice. How high up?
6 feet?
Just hovering.
Walking along the ground. I'm assuming that all of us are walking, cantering.
We
Strolling.
just have to stay within a
Strolling.
30-foot radius bubble of each other.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm flying well within. I'm walking. Yeah.
Walking away. Okay, sounds good. About 100 feet away, so the rest of you are about 200 feet away. Kai sees the hammer and hand that are repairing something up at the top kind of stop what they're doing and begin floating down towards the front of the house. Abby.
Do I see anybody who might be directing them?
You do not.
Hmm.
Would you like to?
I'm just gonna keep walking.
Okay. Closer and closer you go. And we're gonna say about another 10 seconds passes. So you're moving pretty quickly, and you're now within a stone's throw of the house. So we're gonna say roughly 60 feet. And I keep calling it a house, so I'm very sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment, they all turn to you. and then turn back and continue their work. The hand grabs a large stone off of the ground and begins lifting it up. The hammer just kind of following along. Give me an investigation check.
That's not great. It's a 9.
It's hard to tell because they're moving, but it's almost like the hand is an animated giant's hand, just like chopped off at the wrist.
Lovely.
The hammer, it's big. It's bigger than a mall. It probably would be some sort of very large creature's weapon or some huge creature's smithing tool.
And it's animated without being held by anything?
Correct. It doesn't look like anything's holding it.
I'm going to try and sneakily enter the Abbey.
So, when you were here last time, if you look at the picture that I've got posted in the stream chat with spoilers, you can see in the left front closest little side, there is this little tiny box on the ground that kind of looks like a staircase down. That is the entrance that you used last time because everything that you entered here before was completely beneath the ground. So you can go down there, which is where the living quarters were. The campfire that you had with Francis was in that right area that kind of looks like still broken down, the rocky pit. Or you can try and go through the rest of the house. The kind of goldish, coppery looking golem that's off to the left-hand side appears to be shaping the broken stones that were on the ground. It doesn't have any hands. Both of its fists look like grinders, and it seems to be taking what was here, the rocks that fell off from the previous abbey, and grinding them back into more or less usable squares and cubes. The armor that's on the far side, it has no head. It's just hands, body, and legs, and just this hollowness. And it is digging with these kind of like very long taloned claws, digging out the stones that are around the abbey and not currently part of the abbey reconstruction.
I'm going to send Fairy down, and I'm going to go over to the area on the right where the campfire was.
All right. Fairy goes down and it has this moment of deja vu as she finds herself at the bottom of the stairs and there's a closed door. We've done this before.
Cool.
In this exact location.
Yeah.
But the door is closed. Give me a perception check from your little owl. Is Fairy currently an owl? Okay.
She's an owl. I have to remember what her perception is.
It's advantage +3 or advantage +1, something like that.
It's +3. And it is hearing or sight, so yes. That'll be a 21.
Nice. She hears some small, like, footsteps. There's definitely faint breathing, nothing in the near proximity to the door. There's also some maybe tapping. Fairly rhythmic tapping. Not quite hammering, though.
Okay.
That's echoing more or less from beneath the door, from somewhere within. As Kai goes over to the fire pit area, The rest of you kind of hit that 100-foot mark, and again, nothing really seems to take care or notice of you as you do so. But again, you're also moving much more slowly than Kai is. Here in the fire pit area, you can see that this is a regular hangout. Everything is cold as of now, because again, it's well after midnight. But here there was probably a fire maybe 5 or 6 hours ago that has long since burned out. There are stones that have been arranged in sort of seats. There's maybe 7 or 8 seats available here. No remnants of food or anything. So they tidy up after themselves.
I think I'm going to go to wait outside the door where Fairy is. And I'll just wait for everyone and glare at Atreus.
All right. I need everyone who has Pass Without a Trace to give me stealth checks.
Remember to add 10.
8 plus 10 is
37.
18.
37.
16. I rolled it now.
I'm so glad I didn't roll in that one, finally.
Just glad it wasn't me.
Just passed it to me.
Kai, what is your passive perception?
19.
19. All right. So you see Torkel and Mina rolling up. You see the telltale sign of Akir's shroud just kind of cloaking them. You are 100% certain that Akir and Atreus must be here somewhere, but they have vanished into the night.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
We're just pinned against Mina and Torkel's backs, just walking behind them. Backwards.
You're hiding behind my wings.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
I've matched my wings to
Plonk,
Mina's
plonk.
wings, so you can't see them.
And I'm bending over. I'm I'm on my knees to get
Yep.
behind Torkel.
You both.
Would Mina like that?
This isn't canon!
Careful what you say. It might be immortalized forever.
The internet is forever.
All right. What would you like to do?
I guess Akir will make himself known to Kai. Doesn't seem like they care that we're here.
As you say that, the grinder kind of stops grinding, looks directly at Akir, looks directly at Atreus, looks at the rest of you, and goes back to grinding as if it can still see you.
Wow, these grinder guys are really serious. It's like...
Just gonna let you stew with that one.
I'm so sorry.
So everything here is aware of us and doesn't care that we're here.
Can I make a
But
Can I
that's
make
good.
an Arcana check maybe to kind of try to see what's the deal with Grinder Man?
I'm more curious about Armor Man who's digging, because now Akira is starting to think maybe Francis is trying to find the portal, not that it's already open.
So we've got Grinder, body armor, the hammer. These are the
hammer.
pollux.
And
These are their wrestling names. Claw.
The claw.
Right.
thank you. I don't do voices.
Claw's our master. He decides who will go and who will stay.
The one thing that is concerning to me is the more that we explore, that Atreus has not rested since
What?
this morning. You didn't long rest since your concentration this morning, right?
Oh,
So therefore, you have resources that are depleted. that. Is that correct?
So, I mean, Torkel's spell slot's gone forever anyways, so.
Yeah. I also wait. Am I missing a third or a third level spell?
You have one third level spell slot that's gone forever.
Okay. I'm just making sure I put that back on there.
Yeah. You had lost one and got it back.
I think I actually have all my resources. I guess
All right. Just making sure in terms of readiness for, combat.
Yeah, I'm about as ready as I'm gonna be. Yeah. I have everything. And I also just made an Arcana check, and it was a 19 to see what I can get a read on Grinder Man. Can't find any dates. That's why he's going really hard here on Grinder. I'm so sorry.
Is that what it's from? I don't know what Grinder is.
I know, honey.
I'm like,
baby.
I'm missing a joke and I don't know what
I'm
it is.
sorry.
But it was okay.
I love
Come
you.
later.
You're
Okay.
so heterosexual.
You're welcome.
Anyway. 19 Arcana.
18 Arcana. So based on your interaction with the Crystal Minotaur, previously, your interaction with the Jade statue, you from again 2 years ago of our lives, 2 months ago of Atreus's life, lots changed since then. This kind of seems on par where Percival or one of Percival's very powerful people has taken something mundane from this world and given it some semblance or near permanent semblance of life. But without a soul attached, it is only able to perform the menial tasks that it's been given direction to do, as opposed to like, oh, there's danger here, I should defend this.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so but I mean,
it's a simple computer program. It's not AI.
There you go.
Does the presence of them indicate though that like there's a bunch of high level people around, or probably just like maybe it's just Francis? Like maybe there might not be anybody else around. Francis really could have done this all himself.
You did see a bunch of boats, so it is unlikely that Francis is alone.
Okay.
And there were what?
Francis
8 stone stools.
Okay. Had I don't remember if I had done this last week, and if not, I really should have. But I think it was at the end of the stream, so I was losing steam. Did anyone make like an investigation check on the boats to see if like where they were from? Did we get a read on that?
Yeah, all of you rolled like garbage except Torkel.
Oh, okay. Great. Never mind.
Torkel kind of like.
So I really was losing.
One of the boats was pretty familiar to Torkel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he was pretty sure it was from Saltmarsh,
okay.
And so rationally, logically said it's going to be from Francis.
Okay. Cool.
Didn't he carve his name on the side?
Something like that.
Francis was here.
Okay.
So with your knowledge, if you attack them, they probably will fight back. But unless you give them cause to attack you, they're just going to keep building. So you have to decide if you need them to stop building.
What are they just making like mundane repairs, or do they seem to be building something specific?
At this point, they've surpassed the mundane repairs. Everything that needed to be repaired has been fixed, and they're doing maybe some sort of new alterations or embellishments or something.
Okay. But does it look like they're not? But it looks like embellishment. It looks cosmetic rather than just being like they're building, I don't know, a giant probe to send into another realm and bring dreadlords here somehow through a funnel. I don't know. But like it looks
Mhm.
like cosmetic. Nothing crazy.
Give me give me a vibe check.
Vibe checks! Oh, yes! Oh, please! Wait a minute.
What's a vibe check? Is that
That
insight?
is a nat 20!
According to Amelia, it is. So,
How are the vibes?
Vibes feel
Rancid,
kind of rancid.
Failed or
Um,
stale,
The vibes are confusing.
or-
these vibes are vile.
Oh!
They wouldn't waste time on something cosmetic unless it had some point or purpose. So while you may not see exactly what it is, if they're still working after the building has been fixed, they're working on something and they're up to no good.
Yeah, they are up to something. These
So it's
shady,
not just that
soulless
Francis
fucks.
wants to have the coolest Percival shrine there is.
No. I mean, his ride was pretty pimpin', but this is not. His crib's lacking. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys.
Well, I would say that we should still determine the extent of what we're dealing with before we start fighting anything.
I mean, I'm not suggesting we start fighting them, because if we start fighting them, then they're gonna fight us. But I just, can we sabotage their work? Slightly?
After
Because
we
the thing is-
after we
Fight
explore
us.
more.
I mean, if we what if they finish while we're exploring?
Then that'd be really bad
Do
timing.
you want me to just give like a? Do you want me to just give like a light shatter to a random
Yes.
wall?
If you
Let's
do
literally
something
all I'm-
violent to
redirect their
disrupt
effort.
them, they will attack.
No, we're not.
Not going to disrupt them.
Torkel seems to get. Torkel's the only one who gets what I'm putting down, and it's because we're crowbar bros, and we get this. We get what destruction looks like.
Therefore,
That's
I
true.
am
We could just go get a
terrified of
crowbar and
this
start
idea.
prying off a few rocks.
Just
And
or
then,
like
and
throw
then we have
the.
to go into the unstable building to find the portal.
No, I mean, listen, we're just trying to set back their work a little bit so that they keep working. We're keeping them busy. It's like homework, okay? It's just
would
to
you
keep
like
you
to-
busy so that you don't annoy your parents. Is that not how that works? Okay, never mind. So yeah, no, we're just gonna keep them working, and then we go. It gives us more time, and we could throw a
But
crowbar
they are working.
at the grinders. Yeah, but they might
so let them
finish.
continue while we figure out what else is going on here.
I cannot believe you're not going with my really great Scooby-Doo plan that absolutely would have nothing wrong with it at all. I can't believe you're blowing holes in this.
What are you looking to? What is your plan to? How do you plan to execute this plan in your head? Talk me through this part.
Okay,
Without
well, I
them
wasn't-
thinking you're
And
attacking.
Torkel, if you have a suggestion,
I
well,
wasn't.
yeah, I don't want them to know that it's us getting in their way. So how will you make sure they don't know it's us interfering?
Or alerting
Go,
anyone
look,
inside that
crowbar
there's
bros.
something wrong.
I wasn't quite there yet. But I was working on an idea, and it did have to do with a crowbar, involving the crowbar.
If you
So,
tell me there are spoons involved in this plan,
well, there is a spoon. but
Akira's gonna go
only-
investigate the door just to see if it's locked or trapped or anything while Atreus continues.
What I was gonna have is I was gonna have
Torkel
a clear,
and Atreus.
I was
Eyes,
gonna have
eyes.
a clear.
Look at me.
No,
look
wait,
at me right
you're
now.
not
No,
listening to my plan.
Don't
They
treat
wanted
me like
my
a
plan.
child.
Yeah, I just want just 1 second to focus. Just one
So
second to
focused, babe.
focus. Good. Okay. What resources do the two of you want to use that
Okay, I
make this work? Ready, set, go.
I could animate a rock and get it to move and run a very far away.
that's a good one. I was going to suggest that.
Sorry, are we playing keep away with the constructs?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's the best idea I've heard all day. I know Nathan already has inspiration. That's the only reason he's not
Akira
getting
does
it.
not hate that plan.
I love it.
That's hilarious.
Every bit of
You
it.
can just,
I
you can
think-
just hold it just out of reach. I can't get it.
You asked.
Okay.
I was gonna have Akia
Good.
fly over us, like really casually, like I'm just out here.
While whistling,
Yeah.
maybe a little
Yeah,
bit.
he can whistle. That would really sell it. You know, just a casual bird flying around, and then when he's over Grinder guy or armor, a body armor, he could drop the crowbar, and it
you
would
believe
fuck
not
something up,
only
and
that-
it's like, oh
You
no!
believe
I
not
dropped
only that
it.
construct guy is stupid enough to mistake me for a bird, but that he would also not think the bird is attacking him when he drops a crowbar on
No,
him.
yeah,
Okay.
because you'd be so
It's fine.
innocent.
I
You'd be
appreciate-
whistling.
We're gonna go with the idea originally is Atreus, so points. But we're gonna go with Torkel's version of how to execute it, so points.
Or I could
takes a
minor
village. Not
illusion
die,
and make
apparently.
the wall look broken and confusing.
Oh, hi.
Maybe, but they can see these two goons over here, so they might be able to see through that.
That's fair. All right.
Sabotage!
I'm going
Torkel's
I'm gonna find as
version.
big a
This is why
chunk
we
of
talk through the
wall as I
plan.
can and try and loosen just enough of it that I can send it running.
You're trying to take
Or find
a rock out of a brick and mortar existing building.
What about the one that's hovering, being held over there? Can I just like grab? Can I get that
You would like
one?
to animate the rock being held by the animated severed giant's hand.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
No.
All right. It happens. What is your rock gonna do?
It's going to try and pry itself away from the hand and fly and throw itself into the ocean.
All right. You have stats for this animated a large or medium-sized animated object.
Don't just throw it in the ocean. Make them chase it.
Large.
We want to waste some time.
It's going to go as far as it can in 1 minute.
Okay.
And then drop into the ocean. So large, 50 HP, AC 10, strength of 14, dex of 10.
All right. Give me
Am I rolling a strength check
or
on it?
athletics. So.
Okay, so that's going to be a D20 plus 2. And we're going to roll it with inspiration just for shits and giggles. All right, so that'll be a 19.
I got a nat 1 with my monster,
All right.
my monster known as a living Bigby's hand.
All right.
So it's still got a 9 because it's got +8 on this nonsense. But yeah, off goes the rock. The hand just kind of closes shut, and in that moment, the hammer bangs on the hand, and the hand flicks the hammer, and then the two just kind of turn and realize that the rock is going away, and start floating after the flying rock.
I don't know how. Okay, its movement is 30 feet. So its speed is 30 feet.
Nice.
So I don't know if it can dash.
It
but
can dash.
It can dash. It's dashing.
Sure.
It can. It's dashing.
Nice.
It's dashing.
That's one.
well,
that's one
get outta
dashing
here.
rock.
Yeah, the hand has a fly speed of 60 feet, so it's just gonna keep catching up, and then unable to like actually grab hold. So
You gotta be quicker
Yeah.
than that.
Grinder and Tender, sorry, because he's tending the garden. Do not seem to care. They just keep doing the work that they have been tasked to do
You know we can hear you laughing, right?
through the house.
Well, no, her mic didn't actually click
no,
up.
I don't think your
Her
headphone
mic didn't
is
click.
all
Oh,
the way
even
up.
better.
No! I did not realize you could hear me laughing. I'm dying.
See, all you need is to give me a little information, a little context, and I can pretend like I know what's going on in the world. All right, you have successfully solved half of my construct problem puzzle.
I'm
So it was the
pleased.
hammer in the hand that left, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done, you two.
2 for the price of 1. I'll
That
take
was-
it.
Take one brain cell from here, one brain cell from there, and
Yeah,
together.
no, this is phenomenal.
Although technically, if that only lasts a minute, and then it'll be a minute back.
Move fast. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. So this
Crowbar
door.
Burrows, unite.
Right. Well,
Anyone else want to
so
check
this-
this door? Since this is the place
The
that
door
has
is
fiery
unlocked.
doors.
Can I open it?
Yes, you can.
Kira doesn't
Great.
want to touch the doors here.
Does anything bad happen to me after I open it?
Hold on.
Because
gotta
I
move
want to
different
roll.
maps.
I want to roll my eyes at Akia, but I don't want to roll my eyes if I'm about to be barbecued.
You should just roll your eyes
Can
as you
Saphira
push
detect
it
magic
and
on the
get
door?
fried.
Come on, Akia. Who's afraid of a fucking door?
The door's a mimic. No,
Oh, fuck.
the door swings towards you, which is part of the challenge why poor Fairy just couldn't open it.
No opposable thumbs.
Exactly. The room inside is much like you left it. Although it's been tidied. The table, the bench, basically a picnic table. Let's be honest, is still here. There's nothing on it. It has been cleaned and cleared. Dinner having ended 10 hours or so ago. The room is mostly dim, if not dark. There are a couple lingering candles that have been lit just for, whoever needs to take a midnight wee or whatever. So you find yourselves coming into a fairly large room. And I'm going to give you a quick little snapshot. And you're going to enjoy this deja vu.
What if I don't enjoy it? That's false advertising.
I don't know if you want Katie in the room or not, but she couldn't fit on the stairs, so I just plopped her over there.
Yeah, that's fine. She's probably following behind us, but she'll get in there eventually.
All right. So entering this room, you see this is the general living area. There's no cookware, but there's tables for cards, tables for work. People seem to be even lounging here. So it's become very comfortable in the couple of months that you've been gone. Again, cleaned. It's not the disastrous mess that it was last time, where it was just sad and lame. You see there are a total of 8 doors, and you're pretty familiar with the layout here. You know that the bottom left-hand door is the one... Sorry, looking at the picture, not from your character's perspective, bottom left door. That is the one that had the sacrificial altar and the secret door that led to the temple beneath. The 4 upper rooms all were like small bedding rooms where the people lived and slept. The rooms on the right side, one is a kitchen and one is a library. And I'm trying to remember if you actually checked out that other room. I'm going to say you did. That was one of the larger living areas and living spaces for, the leader.
And all the doors are closed?
So,
All the doors are closed.
do we want to look for the temple first? It seems like the most pressing concern.
Yeah, go back and find like the jade statue room, right?
That seems like
Yeah,
the right
yeah.
place to be. Just worried about what might follow behind.
nobody finds us, we can just say we got lost looking for the bathroom.
Yeah. All of us
So-
got lost
Also, like,
together.
Who is their interior designer? Because we could probably use some repairs on our tower.
Actually, wait.
Saphira offers
Should have given.
that she'll, if we're concerned, she'll wait in this room. She'll shapeshift into something no one's going to notice. I can shapeshift into something nobody will notice or think about, and I can warn you if anyone follows you. I will not be there to assist in your fight, but if you find that of value, I can do it.
What's the range on her
I was
telepathy
just
and all
about to
that?
ask that.
I think it's a mile.
I was like, could she just like sense
Hold
if
on.
anyone's here?
I know
Yeah,
that Katie's got a mile.
But can't she read minds too?
Telepathy. She has detect thoughts. Where's telepathy? 120 feet. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, she can follow as close behind us as makes sense, and at least be the warning.
Mhm.
We'll have at least, hopefully, a few seconds to react.
Leaving Saphira to bring up the rear? It's very specific.
Alone.
Anyway,
She just becomes like a much smaller Coatl and just like slithers along.
And she could be a snake, right?
Yeah, she'll be a snake.
Doesn't matter what form she actually takes. She's
Yeah.
always super powerful. Broken.
Right.
So broken. All right.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with KV? Because you know KV is not going to fit through the doors in the 5-foot hallways.
Yeah, KV will just go up and kind of circle the island, and she can tell us if any other reinforcements arrive from out there.
I'll put KV outside. Nice. All right. You have Fairy and Dusk. All of them coming with.
Yeah, might as
The
well
whole
keep
floating
them-
zoo.
Keep them with us.
Kai. Yes.
Sorry, I'm nodding. You can't
No,
see it.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I'm like aggressively
Aggressively
nodding. Like,
Yeah. No, I'm
Sorry.
playing with the map. I'm just over here playing with minis. All right. You move down to the bottom left-hand corner, and the door is closed. Who has Akir? Is your shield on?
My shield.
go again.
My shield is not on.
Okay. What you hear as you all kind of slow down and take a beat, there is some sort of like rhythmic thudding. Not from this room. Sorry, not from anywhere but this room ahead of you.
Does it sound like sexy time?
It does not. I mean, it depends what you're into.
Is it like drums or like
This is not my.
chiseling?
Would you like to give me an investigation or an insight?
Not perception? Insight works.
Can I give an
I'll do an
insight?
insight.
Insight?
I got a
Perception.
nat one,
Perception
so
lets
it's a
you know
10.
that it's there.
Can I? I'm gonna vibe check it.
Is your passive over 20?
My passive
I mean, I
insight.
got a
My
25.
passive insight is in
Passive
my passive
perception.
perception. Yes, it's a 24.
Yes. So that's why you get to hear it. What was Atreus' passive perception? Also over 20?
You're muted.
I'm sorry. I am so stupid, y'all, tonight.
No,
I'm just
I can
so
hear
dumb.
you through the house though. so-
That's so great. Hey, babe,
Yeah.
it's a 20.
Yes. So what Atreus kind of feels, puts together, and realizes that it's more of a squelching or cutting of flesh
Oh,
sound.
it's really not sexy time. No.
I mean,
No!
depending on what you're into.
Thank you.
But there's no screaming, so I suppose it's not urgent to save someone's life anymore.
It seems unlikely that there's life involved, yeah.
Dignity.
Yeah.
How does
okay.
Eustidium feel about brutalizing corpses?
Do you really want to know what I had to do to my mom's corpse to make sure that she didn't turn into an undead thing?
So strongly pro then.
I mean, not necessarily against.
But like hacksawing body parts together?
Oh no, not combined or together with anything else.
Just wasn't sure where this falls in your jurisdiction.
I don't know. So, can I ask God?
Would you like to cast a spell or say a prayer out loud in this room that everyone can hear?
Would you like me to say a prayer out loud? I can do that.
Maybe we should just go see what's going on first.
I mean, is that a thing that I can? No, it's not really. I don't have a spell for that really. But yeah. Hey, God. Would you like to? Am I allowed to kill whatever in there? What do you want me to do here? I should.
Nightrender seems completely apathetic.
Do you want to see the fortune cookie that I ate this afternoon?
Oh, yeah.
Because I took a picture of the fortune. When the moment comes, take the one from the right. Is there anything to my right?
There's a bunch of doors directly to your right.
So, I think
there's the next
doesn't...
door to your right is the big room.
Yeah.
But not
God said go to the big.
Not the tunnel room.
Not the tunnel.
But we want to go to the tunnel.
That's straight ahead.
Well, then I'm gonna go to the secret tunnel.
When we walked down the stairs, you know what was to our right? The tunnel room.
The door.
So
the tunnel. Yep.
Here we are.
Yep.
Maybe Eustidium's dyslexic. What's to our left?
A whole bunch of other stuff. More closed doors.
Is Eustidium into like theater? Could it be stage left? Got him.
Stop.
Would you like me to set the scene or do a bio break first?
We are going on a.
I'm so proud of you, Peter, but
Thanks.
Man.
We are going on a bio break. We will be back in 5 minutes. There will be a timer, so you know how long we will be gone. Enjoy the tunes by Arcane Anthems, and we will see you soon. Most of us are back.
We lost
With drinks.
Ah!
Ah.
And pretzels.
We have been slacking on the hydrating today.
That's true.
Oh, hello.
Had such a laundry.
Nice. Way more productive than I am. All right. Who's opening the door? Or are you choosing a different door? There is another door.
No, we want to open this door. 'Cause we
There are
want to find
We
the
wanna
seven
portal.
other
go-
doors. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the squelchy squishing. Because Eucidium doesn't seem to care one way or the other. And closing the portal is something that we have to do. So I suppose anything, and that is his will. So anything that we have to
Mhm.
do to get us to there is what we have to do.
There you go. So that means Atreus is the one opening the door.
Yeah, and also prepared to kill whatever is slicing and dicing.
Hydrate.
All right. Atreus opens to find a moderately familiar scene. The large slab of ritualistic stonework still stands in the middle of this room. The walls are completely lined with those same old red curtains. They seemed to have been taken outside, beaten, and rehung, as they're no longer just dusty and musty and garbage. But you do see the squelching sound. There is an arm basically from here at the elbow to the fingertip, and there is an animated knife about this big, kind of filleting the skin off of it.
Wait, I'm sorry. What about the arm isn't attached to?
Nope.
Okay.
There's blood. There was something. There was a body here, but all that's left right now is an arm.
So it's just an arm and a knife being skinned.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
It puts the lotion on its skin and it gets the hose again. No, I don't know what to do with this.
So we're
Does it observe us?
It doesn't seem to
Okay.
care.
okay. So to the tunnel.
Yep.
I don't like this, but I
Time
don't
to-
know what to do about it.
Just leave it. Just leave it. We're gonna walk around it.
Maybe on the way back we can dispel some things.
I feel like physically ill looking at this whole space.
Just gonna on for now.
Nobody wants to play
No,
with it.
I don't want
touch
to
it.
play with your
investigate
hand
it.
and knife game. I don't want your hand knife puzzle game.
I mean, I would like to investigate it.
Please describe how are you investigating? How close are you getting, and with
Blood
what?
all over the floor. You're gonna lick
Lick it.
I'm going to walk all around it, staying about 6 feet away.
Mhm.
And I'm going to look and see if there's any markings on the hand. I'm going to see if there's any markings on the slab. I'm going to see if there's any indication of who is controlling it.
Nice. Let me get you this little. So the slab itself bears the insignia, kind of carved into the stone of Hercival. So it is a circle, and within it is the ram's skull. One thing you notice with such a high investigation check, the knife seems to only be operating, whether that's because of the placement of the arm or just the magic or the enchantment within that sigil. It as it moves around and maneuvers, that's really all there is to that. And something that kind of, I don't want to say seems odd, but it is, that's a 19. It is the arm of a dwarf. You realize because of just how stumpy it is, how calloused the fingers are.
Can I tell how long it's been, number one, unattached, and number two, unalive?
Give me a medicine check.
Oh, the dice.
Wow. No more, less than a week. More than a day.
For both?
So.
Like,
for what?
How long the creature that it came from has been dead, and how long it's been detached from.
You would know that from the way that the wounds are, that it was chopped off post-mortem.
Okay. Cool. Well, that makes me feel slightly better. Are we just gonna ignore this and keep going?
I am very much ignoring it. It's
cool.
Like, when
Nathan looks triggered. I'm sorry.
I'll be fine.
What would you like to do instead? Nothing?
I don't know. Honestly, I was waiting for Kai to roll a bad check. I could say that they were stumped, but so my mind.
Wow, that dawned on me way too slowly. Yeah, I'm going to be giving out some inspiration candy here at the end of the episode, so.
Well, since there's nothing else anyone wants to do, and the Dhampir is apparently turning squeamish at the sight of blood.
No, it's not that. This is blood that's been really dead for a hot second.
We all agree it's disturbing, and let's get out of here.
When you open up a cupboard and it's got lots of rotting food, and it's gross.
Alright, so we're moving on to the tunnel. If I remember correctly, this was the wall where we had to close our eyes to walk through it? No. Not there yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
Yes, soon. This is just a pull back the curtain and find a secret door. You do so. And it is already open for you. Who would like to go first?
Don't necessarily love that, but I'm gonna go first. I'm also going to have Night Render out.
Are there any signs
My wife's making a face.
Are there any signs of blood around the altar that would indicate which direction the arm or knife came from, whether through the curtain or through the door?
There a bloody trail anywhere?
Give me an investigation check, because there's a couple of pieces of information you could gather here.
How's a 14?
It doesn't look like there was any dragging of a body. So if it either died here,
or it was
brought
dead here,
or it was
prepared.
Exactly. It could have been carried, or the arm itself could have been brought here from the corpse. There is evidence of movement, little drips or smears of blood here or there, but honestly, it's even hard to come by just because everything has been cleaned frequently and well. But at some point it came through the door, and it also, or something of similar ilk, has gone through the secret passage.
Does it strike anyone else as strange that it's so tiny in here?
Torkel, there's a knife filleting a hand. I don't think cleanliness is like. I don't think the
Right.
tidy.
The whole vibe is disturbing.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. Disturbing, weird.
There's
enough.
a lot of intentional work being done here,
It's
which I believe is above Francis's intelligence level.
Just the cleanliness and the hacksawness are just distinct odds, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's intentional. That's the vibe I'm getting. That this is all very
Someone knows what they're doing.
very
here.
ritualistic.
I don't think it's Francis, but someone does.
Francis might have been smarter than we gave him credit for, and
maybe.
Guess
Or he is
this
also a puppet.
I guess if this is supposed to be a temple or whatever, maybe they have a certain standard for their hacksawness. I don't know.
Maybe.
Never mind. It's probably not.
we should check the ridge though. The hacksaw ridge.
So Trace is going through the door first.
So I will move.
Here shoves them.
Listen, this
Okay.
it's just a competition of who's gonna say the most dad jokes per stream.
Right. So we're going through the door, and if Atreus is going first, I'll go 2nd.
I've got Night Render out.
All right.
Definitely now because I'm like, this is fucking. I hate this place.
Yeah. I forgot that I can do this fun
Oh
stuff.
no.
So let me fix this for you. And specifically for Peter. But
Sucks to suck.
That doesn't make me feel better.
I'm like, what is he fixing?
Like, is it actually
That
fixing
works.
something, or is it adding more trauma, or is it something that only you will find cool?
There's so many ways this could go.
I think it's something map related.
Oh, it's the
It
map.
might be a map.
it's the map. It's
Oh,
map
thank
related.
God. Less dramatic.
It's a map. Oh, look at it.
It's a
Look at
map.
him clearing away that fog on the map.
Trying, but nobody actually cares because we're not up here anymore. So there's your stairway. Okay, great. All right. So this is where you're at. And then we've got Atreus moving into the room. The masks that you fought once upon a time have been hung back up on the wall. They are not charging you. The skulls of the Minotaur skeletons that you absolutely wrecked last time you were in this room have been returned to the wall. Sans bodies. And you realize just how very similar the Minotaur skull looks to the ram of Percival when it's been detached from the jaw and everything. So, you stand in the room where you did not see. And how far back is Zephyrus staying?
120 feet behind Torkel, who will otherwise bring up the rear.
Okay.
Just staying on the edge of that telepathy.
Nice. All right. So do you want her to just kind of hang in that big master room or in the curtain saw sacrifice room?
Yeah, she can hang in that in the master room until it's too far.
You sure you don't want her keeping an eye on the whole Sweeney Todd situation?
Yeah, you're probably right. No. It's a good thought, Kai.
All right.
Torkel thinks that's
the door
Saphira,
by
that happens.
Saphira. Open or closed?
Closed.
All right. What would you all like to do? So far, nothing seems to be bothering you at 2 in the morning.
If Saphira detects thoughts, does she find anything?
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of people sleeping and dreaming here.
Cool. Yeah, they're here. Somewhere.
As she kind of like bounces around and probes around. From where she's at, she can only detect two dreamers.
Okay. It's safe to say there's probably more than 2.
Indeed. After we find the portal, we can decide how we'll ensure that it stays closed.
I know we're all tired, but we should use as much of this night as we can to try and solve this before anyone wakes. Theoretically,
So the door that's there.
Saphira could go and we could take Saphira, go find the sleepers, try and bite them one by one, and knock them out for 24 hours if we need a little extra time.
Can you? So wait, do the golems dream? No, right? They're just magic. So the things that are dreaming are alive people.
That is as much as you can understand, yes.
Okay.
Alright, so this is the closed eyes wall,
Yeah, that-
right?
Yep.
So, who's going?
You want to melt it, babe?
Melt the door? The closed eyes part was magic, right? I don't know if fire is going to change
I
it.
don't know. We could try. I was gonna say we could try that, but you know, I don't know. You like to use fire
I
as
feel like
a solution for
dispelling
everything.
magic would be more effective than lighting it on fire when it's magic.
Unless it closes the entrance.
Never mind. Keep your fire.
Does anyone have a familiar close by that can close their eyes and go through this?
Dusk, if you will. Dusk
Thanks.
is gonna close her eyes and just whoosh.
Whoosh, and through they go. He finds himself just kind of through the other side in some very familiar windy territory. It is completely dark here. There's absolutely no light, no candles burning, nothing. But he finds himself in a T intersection, which I will reveal to you now.
So Dusk is alive and well?
Yes, and it seems unharmed. It is dark in there, so
We can remedy that pretty easily.
Akira flicks his goggles down.
This was where we fought Was this where we fought something here originally? I don't remember.
The
It's been
room
a
we're
really
standing
long
in
time.
currently?
I thought we fought someone like in the hallways,
Where we're going or where we're standing?
like in the like past the closed eyes.
No, there were traps in there. And then south was the jade statue. North and around a corner was the other big room with the crystal one. And then coming down and back around was a dead end. I think we determined.
I trust you so
How close
much
was I, Rob?
to like.
Really, really spot on. You have inspiration.
This is why I
play video
don't drive.
games.
Yeah, no, I would never drive again, and I love driving.
Look, I play video games too. I just get lost in them.
I follow vibes, and I'm not getting any from these because I probably didn't pay attention closely the first time.
I'm just
so
flabbergasted that this man
Me
has
too.
a not even just a map in his head, like the fucking atlas in his head. Like
It's been like a year,
You know what?
a year and a half since
For
we
the-
played on this map.
yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you this whole like bit down there.
Akira's just before they go through, he's just gonna be like, now remember, this is the way that the pathways go, and then these go this way, and there's this big room here, this thing was right here, there was an urn on the left-hand corner of the far side of the room.
Yeah, I know.
wow, that's a lot
I
of
was
words.
extremely traumatized
Proceed.
by this building. I remember every detail.
Wonderful.
I was
You're going
extremely
first. Then.
traumatized by this building. I remember nothing.
We all deal with trauma.
Two different types of trauma.
I think a Minotaur forced me into a nap, so
Kai,
See,
that's as much as I
Akira-
took
Kai
away from
turned
that.
into a spider.
Akira's first trauma was dragons, and he therefore
Yes.
learned everything about dragons. And then he was traumatized by a
Mhm.
building, and so he learned everything about the building.
And what trauma do you have with rocks,
What?
Peter Jones?
I have the rock trauma.
Time for you to learn all about boulders.
My
See, I
car
thought we were going with the getting stoned joke there, but
No, that's me. But not right now.
Lead the way, Peter Jones.
All right. So we wanted to go to the Jade Room, right? To go straight to the tunnel area. Okay. Then we'll go south, but we're gonna carefully poke the floor to avoid traps.
give me an investigation check at advantage.
Atreus, do you want to investigate the floor since you're better at that?
Yeah, you know what, I'll just, since you're taking the lead here, I will investigate it. Do I get to do it at advantage too? Or
Akira will be guiding
Yes.
Atreus' investigation.
I know what I'm doing. I can,
I'm just
you
helping.
know,
I'm just
maps
helping.
too. I know. I remember
No,
the
but
map
poke
too.
there. That one over there.
You- Okay, if you could just poke better. 17.
The point literally just south of Akir. You kind of put your foot there tentatively, and you have that immediate flashback as the floor drops out, and you're going,
Right.
yes.
Yeah,
There's a pit. There's a pit over there.
Right there.
right there. No, we found it.
Exactly where I remember that
And-
being.
With all the construction, you'd think they'd fix the pit, but
I think they did. They put it back.
For my own amusement, I'm gonna do that.
What you do?
What? Why are you
Did it
putting a
not show
pit
up?
fiend? Why are
There's
you
a
putting
little
a
delay.
pit fiend there?
What is
because it's
Because his
pit.
name says Pit.
He fell in the pit.
So here's the pit. Not a fiend,
Just Pit.
just Pit.
Named Brad.
Oh, hey, Brad.
He prefers Bradley.
Oh. Oh, that's the barrel maker. Cooper.
I'm going to assume all of you passed through the closed eye door.
Yes. With our eyes closed.
with your eyes closed.
I'm gonna have Fair.
You good over
I'm gonna
there?
have Dusk
Amelia?
fly ahead to the Jade Room just to see if there's anything ahead of us. Stealthily, if that matters. Okay.
Yes, it does. Please give me a stealth check.
I guess that would take... Does that take Dusk out of the 30-foot radius?
Not yet, but pretty quickly.
Well, I'll just roll it as is, and then you can add 10
You.
for as long as it counts.
If Fairy rather send Fairy.
Nah, it's fine. 16.
All right. So going into this room, you see the jade statue broken and destroyed upon the ground. It doesn't look like anyone bothered to rebuild or reanimate her. She's just here, and it's sad and lonely. There is no more treasure. Anything that was here, that was specifically that false treasure, has been removed. But you remember there's a secret door here, and that secret door is not currently visible.
But Fairy doesn't see anyone in the room.
No, the room seems pretty
Okay.
much empty, minus the broken statue
Alright.
and the door in the top right that leads somewhere. You never actually explored
No,
there.
we surmised that that was on the other side of the what we thought was dead end, but it wasn't worth figuring it out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not with that little
Nope.
hit points.
Not with all of the pits we found. And the lava. I don't know if you were trying to be heard, Amelia, but you
Good
were
times.
muted. Okay. Then yeah. I'm
That
gonna...
was just for Janine.
Great. I'm just gonna jump over the pit and go to the Jade Room so that we can find that secret door again.
All right. Give me a DC 5 athletics or acrobatics. Anyone who is jumping over the pit.
For this very simple jump, got a nat 20, so it's a 31.
I
kind
can't
of-
fail it. So do you still want one?
It's dice are fun to
for
throw.
flair.
It's just how well did you do
Yeah.
it?
I got a dirty 20.
Akir kind of just looks like he walks
Wow.
across the open floor when he jumps.
I also got a nat 20.
We know exactly how this floor works, and we could just like glide across the opening.
Atreus has never seen a floor in his life.
Torkel runs.
Atreus
and
wasn't paying
play-
attention. Then
Torkel runs and just like plants his
Why?
foot at the edge, and he jumps like 10 feet further than he needed to.
it is gorgeous for the most part. How you all just magically enter this room, except for Atreus, who stumbles and nearly falls in, almost dropping Night Render down into
There's
the
a pit there.
Are you still thinking about your plan from earlier? That's fine.
No, I kind of just that room gave me an upset stomach. I'm food poisoning now.
Do we need to short rest here, or
No,
are you good to
no,
continue?
I don't need a break. I'm fine.
It's a little queasy
Listen,
from all of the rotten
Not
blood.
all of us can be super graceful all the time. Okay, some of us are me. So
Lanky.
some of
It's
us
fine.
just I've got long legs and long arms.
Some of us are noodles in front of the car sales
Yeah.
shop. But it's okay.
We're skinny boys. once we're all done, making fun of me, can we move on?
I'm trying to remember what activated the Jade statue last time we were here. I know it's in pieces currently, but that doesn't make me feel better about it.
If I roll like a really good intelligence check, which is probably impossible, could you just remind me?
Sure.
I got a 17.
It seemed to be touch activated. It didn't bother you until you bothered it.
So no one
Don't touch it. Remember, guys?
I feel like that's the key for like everything here. Now let's go touch that wall so we can find the secret door.
The door was behind a chest
I think it
last time, right?
Opening one of the chests opened the door. Does that sound right? Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Is the chest that we opened last time here?
It is not.
That could be a problem.
Okay.
So I guess they changed the locks?
God damn it.
It's the best way to put that.
Does anyone remember where the secret door was? Can we throw like something at it?
You're pretty sure.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm not sure stone cutting makes sense to investigate and see if it finds anything else about, because that's history. Okay.
I'll take it.
Think about the rocks real hard.
just look at the rocks. Like, if there were ones that had moved or could move, what looks different about
15?
them? It's like in cartoons where you can tell by the animation style that's clearly unmoving background, and that's clearly something that can move.
Mm-hmm.
Or a video
Exactly.
wall.
In this situation, it's the opposite of a breakable wall. They have walled up this area. You can clearly see the newer mortar, the new bricks. They painted over it to kind of match the rest, but for all intents and purposes, there's a wall here that wasn't.
Rose? There's the old one.
Well, hold on now.
I'm in.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
If they closed this wall, they knew it was here. But that is the room where the portal was. So they sealed it off.
Or they have another way to get to it.
Perhaps, but why seal it off?
Is that a rhetorical question, or are you going to give us the answer?
Doesn't know.
You don't know the answer. Okay,
That
then
wasn't
can
right.
we
I
open
know the answer.
What?
Look.
Great.
He's afraid of the
Great.
answer.
Then we're gonna open the wall.
Well, before we do that, 2 questions. Can Saphira tell which direction the dreaming people are? And, like, relative to us.
Mhm.
And
They're all upstairs
they're
in
all
that area.
upstairs. Okay.
Like in the bedrooms.
And then 2, is anybody getting, portal sense? Like, we're close. We're not close.
Vibes. I thought you were about to ask an in-character question, so I did an in-character, like, whatever, and then you asked, like, real questions. And I just need to clarify that was not a, oh my god, questions. That was Atreus being like, come on, I just want to use my fucking crowbar. So, sorry. Anyway, clarifying. Can I insight?
Would like to vibe check.
Can I vibe check the wall?
I'm just not sure we should open a wall that is doing what we came here to do.
Well, it's not going to do
fake wall is not going to do it permanently.
It's not going to do it permanently. Yeah. And what if it's behind there, like it's behind the wall, right? And what if there's like now they've made a different tunnel, so there's like a different exit out of there. So like,
could I want to tap on the wall with the end of my trident to make sure it is wall. And then if it is, I would like to put my ear to the wall to see if I could hear anything from the opposite side.
Okay.
Which I know
you
Atreus
tap.
hates because he doesn't like waiting for the results.
Yes, it is wall.
Well, it is wall.
It is wall. Give me a perception check, Mina, or an investigation. Either or, I'll take.
Hudson is not great. It's a 14.
It's probably just too thick, but there's no sound of anything over there. You don't even really hear the echo from your trident on the other end.
Okay. I got nothing.
It would make sense. It would make sense. I could see this going two different ways, right? So either Francis was like, bad shit happened there. Let's just pretend it doesn't exist, right? Or Percival was like, somebody's going to come and try and close the portal. So what if we just wall this off, and then they'll go, oh no, there's no portal, and then on the day of the eclipses, everyone comes through and we just bust through the wall.
I'm feeling like in the same way that we tried to hide something behind a wall back at the castle. It's just giving similar vibes. So something important is probably still behind this wall.
Wasn't the portal here in a purse?
Yeah, Elise.
Hydrate.
Yeah. Sewn into Elise's body.
Hydrate.
So
Today our domain of dread is body dysmorphia.
What?
Oh, you didn't remember that giant hex grid that I drew on the children's whiteboard?
No.
No? Oh, I made this giant bubble web of all the dreadlords and their domains.
Oh.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
Percival's.
So the portal was sewn onto Elise's clothing.
Into Elise's body.
And
The portal itself was, the bag held the portal, and the bag was made of flesh.
what did we do with
Kind of just
left it?
left it,
Probably behind
Buried.
this wall.
buried it-ish here,
Probably behind the wall.
laid to rest it.
Behind the wall.
I'm sure I laid it to rest, right?
I'm sure Torkel
I kind
and
of
you.
thought the body was destroyed when we destroyed the portal.
Yeah. Because that's what happens when you break portals. The piece holding the portal kind of just...
So it's probably no longer tied to her body, is what you're saying.
Maybe.
If the body was destroyed, then it was likely recreated somewhere else on the property.
The way it's worked is there's some sort of tuning fork, some sort of anchor on this side of the plains. So something of her
Like
remained.
her metal heart thing. What did we do with that? Because I know we did something with that.
There was also that amulet that we left here with Francis.
True. But I don't think we got that from her.
I don't remember where we got that from, but I know it was important.
Yeah.
I
Does
just
anybody
don't feel
remember?
good about breaking down a wall when we still have no idea what's actually happening here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know the wall is walled off. Haha. do we just keep moving for a little
Yeah.
bit more investigation, and then we can
And if
come
we
back
still don't
here?
know, then maybe
Yeah.
we go wake up Francis quietly.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we maybe need to interrogate Francis.
Where's Rachel?
Let's then. Great.
Oh, now I want to watch that movie. I haven't seen that in a hot second.
Well, then, why don't we...
Is there another door?
There is that.
there another door in
that
this
door
general
that we've
area,
never
or
opened, and there are the other
Ah.
hallways and the other rooms that didn't really do anything last time.
Right. So far we've cleared areas that we've already been in.
Right.
We should probably find out where the dormitories are, and see if we can sneakily find Francis.
It seems
That
unlikely
was the
to me.
main room that we came from.
It was upstairs.
map
It was like above
Is like
ground
this
level.
room with the 8 doors.
Okay, I will. Sorry, I just ran back to check. There was a body left of Elise, and Torkel did say that we should find a resting place for her. It's not a lot of her actual body, but something. And you found the Pearl Heart, if that is the keyword you are looking for.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. What did we do with the Pearl Heart? Did we take it?
According
That's what
to
I'm trying to-
November 17th, 2022, Atreus had the Pearl Heart.
So it seems unlikely that would be the tuning fork because nobody would have had time to tune to it.
However, Atreus also knows that there is something else for the Pearl Heart, not related to Percival.
Like a soul cage.
I do.
It was one of those random quests
Oh,
that
yeah,
you
that we
never
did.
took.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was something else, and I don't remember what it was. Yeah. So Atreus might know, but Amelia is a mom of 3. I don't remember shit.
So a body exists. It's likely something on the body. It's likely not the pearl. So why don't we go find where we buried the body? And see if it's been dug up or anything like that. I know Torkel's like not having this. This is Torkel's like main trauma aside from his sister.
No, you're right. You're right. And if it's not there, we're going to have a long conversation with Francis.
Either way, we're going back, right? Yes, we're moving.
Yeah.
All right, let's move.
Where would you like to go?
Wherever we buried Elise.
Find wherever on the island that was, because we probably down the island before we left.
I'd assume
All right.
just outside.
All right. Back up you go all the way, passing through the door that has no eyes. You do find that the knife has almost completely finished removing the skin at this point. It's a very slow, very meticulous magical knife. And Zafira is there waiting for you in the room of tapestries.
I do have a quick question about the knife situation here. Does it seem to have any point other than just flaying this? Like, is it flaying it for a purpose?
I mean, it seems to be doing a very meticulous job of removing the skin.
Is there a pile of other remains in the room?
Nope.
Does the hand look like Elise?
No.
Okay.
It's a dwarf's hand.
Oh, right.
Okay. We continue on, I suppose. It's like a bad accident. I can't look away. Just...
I hate this. I hate everything
Let's go. Let's go.
about this.
All right, I get it. You think it's gross. You hate it. Keep moving.
I mean, ethically, I hate it too.
Fucking moving, all right?
Unless you can provide another option, we're gonna keep moving.
All right. Slowly cleaning up the map for you guys. Anything you'd like to do now that you're back in the main room?
So are we looking for
Back upstairs?
Elise's burial spot first, or are we going direct to Francis?
Could have, I guess, the burial spot first.
I'd rather save Francis for the end.
Does Katie notice anything interesting above? I'm guessing the hand is probably back with the rock by now.
Oh yeah, the hand has come back. Give me either an insight check or an investigation check from KB.
Six.
Nice. She's trying to figure out what they're actually doing with the building, because from overhead it looks interesting. It kind of looks like a C or maybe a crescent moon shape.
Or maybe an eclipse.
Now that the building
shape?
has been rebuilt. Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
She's not always the smartest. Love you, girl. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know what to do with that information, but yeah. Oh, surprise! The Eclipse Lords are here.
It's like Atreus is painting scales. This is Eusidians. They saw your scales and they raised you one Eclipse Lord Castle.
Is there
Don't love it.
Is there any form of summoning or portal magic that we know of that would make us believe they're building this to be a giant portal?
Give me a really good Arcana check.
I will give you guidance.
I was like, should I use my inspiration for this? Is it worth it?
That would be kind of worth it, I would think.
Well, it depends if
You
there's
can have
anything.
3 extra.
It depends of whether there's anything useful to gain from this roll or not. I'll do it. I'm using my inspiration. And it doesn't matter, because I rolled an 8.
Oof, better than a 1, but
Hydrate.
okay. So you got an 11. You wouldn't. It doesn't really make sense why they'd need something that big. You saw the size portal that. Well, you didn't actually see the size portal, but Atreus has at least described the size portal that he closed down beneath, and the Draco Lich came through it. So maybe, but why?
Alright, so onto this burial spot.
You wander a little bit away. There's a dedicated area here on Abbey Isle for burials. A variety of different head markers. It's not all just your classic tombstones here. And this was where you had decided to leave Elise's remains. It's not necessarily freshly dug, but just about every grave here has been dug up.
Wonderful.
More freshly than when we buried it, huh? Yeah.
Hey, Nightrender, how are we feeling now about the disturbing of the dead?
She gives you like just that feeling of like, well, duh, that's bad, but they're not undead, so.
Torkel's gonna kind of kneel down to the ground and rest his hand there and look around. Like, do we actually need to do this? Clearly, it's been dug up. Do we need to disturb it further?
No, we do not.
Okay. Good.
So.
No. The goal wasn't to bring her back out. It was just to see if it was disturbed, and it was. So we can assume bad things
like
all
we
around.
Should have a discussion with Francis about what he's been up to.
Yeah.
Amelia, you okay over there?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just laughing at the chat.
Dex is making
I'm not
jokes
watching
now.
the chat. As he should.
Dex gets inspiration. I just decree it.
All right, now Dex,
okay with
you
it.
need to roll with inspiration
Sean's gonna
and
have to
then
deal with it.
donate your roll to us. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that.
So, just so that we're all on the same page here,
At 3:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
3 hours before sunup, and everyone takes a level of exhaustion.
Has Francis actually done anything wrong?
I don't think we know the answer to that.
We gotta find out.
Gray.
Frowned upon.
Definitely gray.
For sure. Does the Abbey belong to Saltmarsh in any capacity? So it wouldn't be under their jurisdiction of, not digging up other people's graves. They kind of have their own thing. Not that I'm a stickler for laws, but no one's being hurt currently.
Correct.
No.
Atreus is back to, but I just wanted to kill him, okay?
Yeah, but if he's
Literally, God scolded me for those feelings, so I'm gonna have to go with Akir on this one.
if he, we don't need to hurt him. If he's digging up graves, he is desecrating the resting of anyone who is put here. We're gonna take him. We're gonna tie him up. We can have a nice sleep, and we can interrogate him in the morning.
Alternatively, what if we sleep first and then tie him up later?
My thought is currently with Kai, where we take this time to sleep, and then Kai and Francis have a
That's
rapport.
true.
Send Kai in with someone like, Kai and Torquilin to just see if they can find Francis and say hello, and then we sock him over the head and put him in a bag. And
Maybe
get outta here.
Saphira and I can go find him. But I think we
Fine.
should find a relatively sequestered place to nap.
I feel like Torkel's got that covered, right?
That is a 6th, isn't it? That's not a 7th. Hold on. Checking. Nope, it's 7th.
He does not have that covered.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm
Me
so
too.
sorry.
We'll work on that. We'll find a day when we don't have, the world ending to worry about and try and recast.
Do we have a day that the world's not ending?
No.
Yeah, you've got like 8 more of them.
Akir, Atreus, thoughts on whether we get Francis now or tomorrow?
Whatever you think.
Do we intend to interrogate him where he's afraid for his life, or where he thinks we are friends?
I think we're going to get further if he thinks we're friends.
Then I would.
One is easier to achieve, and
I
then can
would
turn into
suggest
the other.
We sleep.
Not the other way around.
And see if Kai and perhaps at most one other can have a conversation with Francis and determine what is going on here.
It should be Saphira.
Keep Atreus close enough at
Yeah.
range to do the brain chat.
And she'll, frankly, Saphira, you will have a clearer head than I will for this.
That's true.
Because now Torkel's in his brooding area.
Alright. So, we find somewhere to hide and rest for the night, and in the morning, Kai and Saphira will determine what Francis is doing, and we will reevaluate based on that information.
Agreed.
Dex has donated us a roll on.
I thought I saw a
something.
3.
And he rolled with inspiration.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. In the chat, he said it was with advantage, and so it was a 20.
Nice.
I'm confused.
I think
but
we get
it's
a
fine.
20 and an 18 that we can use at will.
Perfect.
You
love
get a
that.
20 and I get an 18. We can use it well. Great.
No, that's not what we
Uh-huh.
agreed upon, Robert.
All of Torkel's music tonight is going to be all broody and emo.
No
You
back.
finally got into the amazing devil, I
Just
see.
lots of lamenting.
Lots of
It's
dirges.
just going to be burn, Francis, burn.
Wow, Torkel's style
wow,
has
you guys.
really grown on me. No,
No.
that's just
It's not
No.
better than his usual
You know
stuff.
what?
So,
You know what will be more frightening?
conclude what you want from
When he
that.
plays nothing.
Mm.
That's how you
You
know.
mean the sound of silence?
Simon Garfunkel.
He's just sitting there tapping his fingers, and you're like, wait, is that is he using his fingers tapping to play music? Is that what's happening right now?
He just sits there growing more and more menacing by the minute as you just hear tap, 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 tap. It's the
Better
thing
than-
of nightmares.
Squelch, 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 squelch.
Pop.
Why is he sick?
6.
No, the knife inside is squelching.
He had it good.
I do think it's funny though that we came into this and we're all like, oh, we gotta hurry up and disrupt those constructs in case they finish what they're working on. And then we're like, let's go take a nap.
Yeah.
8 hours, you know.
Fine.
Dex has corrected. It is an 8.
All right.
We have an 18
I'll
to
let it
use
be.
next time. Yeah.
All right, you'll have to use that when you're
All right.
trying to persuade Francis to tell us everything he's doing.
Can do.
So anyone may cash in their inspiration to take the 18.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's not a terrible deal. A guaranteed
if-
18 versus.
How about this?
Now, I wish I had.
Listen, I just never
Now I'm
have
just like, I wish I
inspiration.
All of you are getting inspiration right now.
Okay, great.
Because tonight was
Oh, yay.
delightful.
Great.
Oh,
I was hoping because I
yay!
used my inspiration and it sucked.
So who's
Well-
taking the 18?
Whenever you use your inspiration, you can choose to roll with advantage or take the 18.
Okay.
Okay.
Because then it guarantees me you're not critting. So
Fair
That's
enough.
okay. I'll still take an 18 on my bow because then I can sharpshooter with no fear.
exactly.
Save that for a
Because,
wisdom save
because
or something.
realistically, what has a 27 AC?
Don't
Peter!
fucking ask that
Don't
question to
say
the
that,
DM.
Peter.
What the
Peter,
fuck?
I sent you a picture of the monster. Do you not pay attention? Like,
Why would you say
You can
these
remember a
words?
map,
I
but you can't
thought-
remember that my husband is easily baited and will be like, hey,
I
28.
fought the words. This whole stream, I did not say what can go wrong,
right?
and I kept it in my soul so that it didn't happen. And we got here, and for you to
Wow.
say that's basically you threw it
Wow.
It's okay. We're at the end of the
he
stream
negated
here, so
all
it's
of
fine.
your work.
Exactly. There's no
No, he
combat
just
tonight.
negated all of our hard work.
We
Mhm.
tried
All
so
that's
I
hard.
self-control.
mean,
We just walked through.
but also,
Nobody's gotten hurt.
We didn't
Nobody's
do
touched something they shouldn't
anything.
have.
Shh.
We observed and perceived.
There were vibe checks.
And we have a plan now. We have way more knowledge than we had originally, which has led us to create a solid plan based on facts.
And wasn't
This
the rock
this is
thing fun?
everything that you.
This was the most intelligent stream we've had so far.
I'm surprised we got
Honestly,
this
yeah.
far.
Right.
I'm going. They've really learned. I'm so concerned about season 2 because if you guys maintain this level of like, nah, you'll have new characters. They'll be dumb.
We know
I
your
was told
ways.
for my
please.
next character.
My character, I've already planned.
My next
is
character is
such an
supposed to
idiot.
be a
It's fine.
himbo that Janine can fall in love with. So
Oh, good.
he's gonna be
Are
opening
I'm just gonna put.
all of the doors
Is he
as
gonna be a-
chivalrously as possible, even the ones
Really, is
that
he
are
gonna be a
clearly
himbo or
locked.
morally gray? Like, what is happening?
Both.
Like
Maybe
both.
he's himbo turned morally gray.
He's not sure yet. He
Oh
hasn't quite built
no!
the character yet.
I
Hi,
I
Drake.
don't have a
I
clue what I'm
definitely
doing.
think it's a himbo who.
Oh, that
I feel like a himbo who goes evil for a bit could be a vibe.
I mean, isn't that just Kronk?
Yeah.
Kronk, if he went on a
I will
murder spree because someone hurt a squirrel, aka John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel
John Wick.
badly if you were a nice guy character and I kept trying to keep my twin away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to have an edge
have an
just so that
edge
Amelia
so that
can.
I don't have a guilty conscience.
But what if that's the
Thank you.
point?
I feel like.
Then I have to reconfigure my guilt somewhere else so that I don't feel like a selfish asshole. Fuck you, Jones.
I feel like we've decidedly entered the after dark.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Welcome
yeah.
to the After
100%.
Dark.
Why don't we officially state that?
Next time on Rolls of Redemption,
This is the
we
after
might
dark.
do something and talk to Francis, but we'll see if we get there.
Where's Francis?
Thank you for being here for the first ever stream where most of us used our brains consecutively in a row.
I got in that one.
You did. Me too,
Oh, yeah.
though.
We rallied.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, you had a plan, and I liked the base
Thank
of
you.
your plan,
Thank
so
you.
we built
Thank you.
on it. Because if we let you keep going with your plan, that would have
Listen,
been
no. This
probably
is,
not the best.
This
But
is
it's
very
fine.
reflective of real life. I am very good at an overall vibe idea. But if you get into the nitty gritty of okay, well then how are we going to do that? I don't know. That's for other people to deal
Right.
with.
I love.
That's for me to reel back in
my-
and then cast
it's
the lure
my
up there and see if
Quinlan
anybody else
energy.
could use that information. I can't believe you finally told us plan this time.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's Quinlan
Yeah.
Thanks.
Fine.
That's just I have great ideas. Follow through is hard.
Torkel nailed the follow through.
Yeah.
It was delightful.
Sometimes it
is
just
why
takes someone to
when
prompt
I
you to
shush you
actually
all-
go through your spell sheet and go, what would actually make sense here?
When I shush you all, it's not because I need you to stop talking. I need you to stop talking all at the same time.
Yes.
So we can come up with something intelligible.
Good plan. It's a good plan.
I am enjoying getting a little bit of broody Torkel in.
I like that you also do the sigh before you start talking.
I learned from the best.
Our characters all brood very differently, except Torkel definitely took lessons.
It's because the only brooding that Torkel's familiar
am
with is the
looking-
brooding Atreus does.
Great.
I am definitely looking forward to being like pushing full evil Kai with Francis though, because like Kai's not happy that Torkel's so unhappy.
That's the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
There's the ticket.
Yeah.
Well, what would Kai do to help Torkel regain his happiness?
I think the better question is, what
Can-
wouldn't Kai do? There aren't really
Well-
any limits for what Kai will do for anything that they want.
It does not
They would
That's
do
what makes them
anything for
evil.
love, but they
But
won't do that.
Which is why your safe word should be meatloaf.
I'll
You
explain
would
later.
you would do anything for love, but you won't do that.
Meatloaf is a singer of "I would do anything for love, but I won't do
Oh.
It's the
Okay.
best
I saw it
Disney
on a
spin-off.
meme.
Yep.
I'm so relevant. Look at me.
I love you so much.
So relevant.
The meatloaf joke. I'm so relevant.
I think it's hilarious that you needed to cite your sources. So
I love you so much. You're the cutest person ever.
It's the pretzel rods.
I do kind of need to figure out exactly how Saphira being lawful good, how exactly she interrogates somebody. Like, she's got the detect thoughts. I don't know. I just need to think about in character what she would actually.
I can get Zone of Truth though, with my good nap time.
There we go.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
needs a nap.
So, I guess this is a question for all of you. Do you want to roleplay in the channels some of this interrogation rather
Yeah.
than do it live next week? Okay.
Please. I'm-
Yeah, I
I'm
think we
much
should.
better at
Interrogations
text-based.
typically go better text-based.
All right.
And they
so
go
then
smoothly.
they go slowly. So your job is to long rest your characters and reset any spells that you would like by the end of the workday tomorrow.
Should be
Sounds
doable.
good.
And if you're not following along
mean,
on our
what's the
Discord,
work
you should
day?
join anyone who's watching so
Mhm.
that you can follow
It's for
along.
free.
Follow
Yeah.
along.
Come join the Discord.
It's for
Right.
free.
See, Robert,
I'm done.
how do you define
Link tree.
When I'm home from work, that's the end of the workday.
Me too.
Oh,
what time is that
honey.
going to be tomorrow?
Sometime between 5 p.m. and midnight.
There you go.
Oh, I got an Indomino back. That's great. Cool. Well, that is the gist. Everyone follow along in the Discord. We will be role-playing this week, or won't be just radio silent. So if you want to know how our conversation with Francis goes, you must do that. But then we'll recap
Yeah.
next week. Really fun.
If you miss
Good.
out, we'll
Bye,
tell you what
everyone.
happened. See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.